At just 6 years old, Andre Agassi was on national television being hailed as a tennis prodigy. By 7, he was dominating tournaments around the country. At 13, he was sent to an elite tennis academy. At 16, he dropped out of school to turn pro, and when he did, the expectations were that Agassi would win Grand Slams, climb the rankings, claim the #1 spot in the world, and go down as one of the greatest tennis players in history. But by the early 1990s, 6 years into his career, he still had not won a Grand Slam. His world ranking had plummeted, and it looked like those lofty predictions had completely unraveled. His longtime coach dropped him without even telling Agassi. He learned it through the news while sipping his morning coffee. Forced to strike out a new direction, Agassi asked his manager, Perry Rogers, to find him a new coach. Rogers had recently read a book titled Winning Ugly by Brad Gilbert and thought Gilbert would be a great fit. He arranged a meeting, and in the meeting, Rogers kicked things off. So listen, Brad, one reason we wanted to meet with you is we wanted to get your take on Agassi's game. We would like you to tell us what you think. Gilbert was confused. You want to know what I think of his game? That's right, Rogers said. You want me to be honest? Gilbert asked. Please. Brutally honest? Don't hold back, said Rogers. Gilbert takes an enormous swallow of his beer and commenced a careful, thorough, and a brutal summary of Agassi's flaws as a tennis player. Brad said that your problem is that you are still playing the way you played when you were dominating tournaments as a teenager. What got you to the pro circuit doesn't work in the pro circuit. Brad further added, you try to hit a winner on every ball. Your all or nothing style inevitably puts you in a deeper hole. You make no adjustments. You try to hit even more perfect winners on every ball and only dig yourself a deeper hole. Brad further added, stop thinking about yourself and your own game, and remember that the guy on the other side of the net has weaknesses. Attack his weaknesses. After 15 minutes of delivering his brutal, honest thoughts without interruption, Brad got up and went to the bathroom. Agassi turned to Rogers. That's our guy. With Brad as his new coach, Agassi changed his game. Adapting to Brad's methods took some time. Agassi lost a couple of tournaments and then entered the 1994 US Open unseeded. He reached the finals where he faced Michael Stich, the recent Wimbledon champion and #4 seed who had a weakness, his forehand. Agassi writes, throughout the final I heard Brad's voice as clearly as if he was standing behind me. Go for his forehand. When in doubt, forehand. So Agassi hits to Stich's forehand again and again and again. Agassi won in straight sets. The first unseeded player in 28 years to win the US Open, Agassi would go on to win the Australian Open, and after winning back-to-back Grand Slams, he claimed the #1 ranking in the world. The insight to draw from this story is all of us need to strike out in new directions, attack problems from new angles, not repeating the same old methods of fighting the last war we fought to win. Think about it. Till we meet again, stay blessed, stay happy.